Lately, I've run across people I went to college with. They get together on Zoom every week. Little did I know, 250 weeks since COVID hit, and I've been invited in, and they want to know about AI. So I'm starting from what you probably don't know about AI, and that is triggering a lot of things for them. They're eager to learn. They're my age. So we're going to sort of throw things at them, and then I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be away for the month of September, and they can think about it, and we can come back and do more. But I wanted to start with an idea that AI is more than getting an answer. It's really supporting actions. And so, as an example, I was on Perplexity. For flight schedules, we wanted to get seats on our flight, and I needed to get exactly what's the configuration of the exact planes that we're flying on. Ordinarily, doing websites and going there, you get caught and you don't know where to go. This was very easy. But the big thing, and talking to my friends, this is like maybe beyond where they're ready to go right now, but using your computer to run things. We've given it up with this cloud-based services that are so powerful, but our ability to build our own services is something that I've been exploring, and I'll just show you what I'm showing them. This directory holds an app that I built. Well, I built it with the help of just about every AI tool out there. And they built all of these Python files and all of the JavaScript, JSON, YAML. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's way beyond my capability, and it would have been something that I'd have to have somebody to work with and iterate with, and it would have taken weeks, if not months. I am not a big terminal user, but I created that directory, so I have to find where I'm going, and I want to go to that app, and so I copy and paste and move to that directory. And there I am. Now I want to use Claude, which I found to be the most effective tool. /init says, look in here and tell me what you find. And this process is eye-opening and basically allows me to see what it's going to do and then watch it do it. And it's reading all of these tools, and now it's coming up with update, analyze. Here's my to-do list. I just finished step 1, now I'm going to step 2. And then as I go forward, I'm going to go examine the next and the next and the next. So this to-do list, agentic organization of a tool like Claude and the other command line interfaces, it goes far beyond a chatbot. And it actually will say, gee whiz, I can see things that I can do. Do you want me to do them? And by working with that, I can actually build systems. It creates a terminal into my machine. So it's actually managing my machine on my behalf here, and it's looking at files and other places than where I started it, and I'm able to now watch as it, as a software engineer, goes through and comes up to speed on the existing code base that I have. What do I do to use the system? Let me go here. I'm going to start the web server. And it's up and running. So my machine can serve pages to me. And there it is. So here is the interface to my tool. And we're going to see the server working here. Okay, we're talking about a research report. Let's get an analysis off of that. I'm going to grab the URL. I'm going to put that URL into my generator. And now the server received that URL. And it's asking me, I can't get the transcript. And obviously these are fallbacks, that sometimes I can get an automatic transcript, other times not. So I've got to go grab this transcript. AI knows how to code, but it is not a publisher. It is not a librarian. It doesn't understand the structure of things like a recording and how there are meaningful elements and they can be put into an index. And so like every book has a back of an index, and we used to have indexers going through finding meaningful words and organizing the index in the back of every textbook. Well, that's what we're doing here with videos. And I really had to work hard to say, hey, I'm going to give you sort of ugly stuff. You're going to have to figure it out. And it's saying it's 228 segments. Not great confidence that I got it, but we'll go. And now it's processing the video and bringing down those segments, analyzing those segments to find which ones should I highlight, should I take the best of. It's only going to give me a handful of segments, but then once it figures out what's in those segments, it's going to generate a little synopsis, 2-sentence description of it, and then it's going to download from the video thumbnails for each of those segments, and it knows the endpoints on the video coming from YouTube, and it's created a file. And he's got this debug code over to the right. And my job with the AI is to feed it back all the errors that I'm getting. And that ends up being a big job. Create a debug code here, which I can just send back and say, here's what I've got. But here are 4 segments from that video.
Context is ultimately extremely limited, which gets to another problem, of course, which is data readiness.
So there we have a working app that, yes, it is not precise yet. Yes, I believe the tools are really in their infancy. For people using QCam and exploring AI, you're going to be wanting to show your desktop. You're going to be wanting to show terminal. You're going to be wanting to show web at the very least. And I set up this script in the last hour, recorded it, and I'm done.